Will the Bengals keep their playoff hopes alive by beating the Chiefs in Kansas City on Sunday? My thoughts on the game, plus our keys to victory and a prediction for the matchup. Hi again, everyone, and welcome in to Cincinnati Bengals Talk. I'm James Rapien of allbengals.com. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and make sure you check out our first ever episode of Enter the Jungle. If you missed it on Friday, check it out. It's 21 minutes long. You'll hear from Mike Hilton, an exclusive interview that you're only going to see on Enter the Jungle about Sunday's game against the Chiefs. Plus, Andrew Fox Miller and I discuss the matchup, preview it a bit, also talk about Jamar Chase's comments. And yeah, aliens are mentioned as well. Really excited to have partnered with Big Play and the Big Play Network for this adventure called Enter the Jungle. I wonder where we got the name Enter the Jungle. I don't know, beats me. Anyways, the Bengals play the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday, and we've talked about it this week. Their playoff chances very much in their hands, which is all you can ask for. With 2 weeks to go, it's all you can ask for going into a season, and the Bengals, it's right there for them. Despite all the adversity, despite the ugly loss last week, despite all of the injuries, it's right there for them. And Jamar Chase, I think he's going to play. Feels like he's trending in the right direction. Zach Taylor didn't want to tip his hand on Friday. That's fine. I'll go ahead and say it. I'm expecting Jamar Chase to play on Sunday against the Chiefs, especially after the comments he made. To me, he's going to play, and he knows how important this game is and what it means to the franchise, what it means to him and the team. And so I think he'll be out there. Cam Taylor-Britt will be out there. And so now that the health updates are out of the way, let's get to our keys to victory. And our first key, I've hinted at it all week long. And whether it's here or on Locked On Bengals, I've discussed starting fast. And we talk about that a lot, but I think starting fast this week is different because you saw the exact example last week against the Steelers that the Bengals have to avoid. And I don't even mean 24-0 because that goes without saying. You could say that every week. I mean 7-0. The Bengals cannot go 3 and out or punt. Let's just say punt. And then on the second play from scrimmage, give up an 86-yard explosive. That will not work. You do that, you're going to lose the game. So key number one, fast start with urgency. You got to start fast. You got to have urgency. Whether it's the saying playing with your hair on fire, whatever the case is, the Bengals need to have that on Sunday against a team that is desperate, against a team that certainly has the pressure and is feeling the pressure right now. And so you want to turn that pressure cooker up to the max. How do you do that? You start fast on defense. You make Patrick Mahomes second guess himself or throw an incomplete that he's not expecting, and you make them get off the field quick. If you can start fast, they are going to get frustrated. Whether it's Travis Kelce, who we've seen throw his helmet, whether it's Patrick Mahomes getting frustrated, Andy Reid is certainly a proven coach, proven offensive mind. You want to keep them down. Don't let them build confidence early, because the moment they do that, much like George Pickens last week, boom. And these are much more proven guys than George Pickens. They're going through something they're not used to. You got to keep them in that something for as long as possible. So a fast start, specifically on defense, would be huge for this Bengals team. Key number two, your stars must win. Your stars got to be stars. And whether it's Jamar Chase, whether it is Cam Taylor-Britt, who I absolutely consider a star, T. Higgins, you need these guys to play at a high level. And it's not just those guys. Orlando Brown Jr. is a star. And Chiefs fans are going to get in the comments, and I see you. I can feel it right now as I record this. He's not a star, whatever. He'd be your best tackle, Kansas City fans. And so Orlando Brown Jr. is a star. You need him to play like it. You need Alex Kappa, who was your best lineman last year, to play like it this week, because you are going to get tested with Chris Jones. You are going to get tested with a good secondary, despite what Jamar Chase said. And so holding up in the trenches is huge. Having T and Jamar win is huge. And the other aspect of this, if they do what Jamar says they're going to do, which is double T and double Jamar, well, then it's up to Tyler Boyd. It's up to Joe Mixon. It's up to Chase Brown. It's up to Tanner Hudson to fill in the cracks there and make plays. Or maybe it's an Andre Yosevach game. You need your stars to be stars, and then the guys behind them can be the pieces that they're expected to be. And I would put Tyler Boyd in that same class. You don't rely on him for 11 catches every week, but maybe this week is the week where he has 10 catches or 11 catches or has 2 touchdowns and has a couple big plays on seam routes over the middle. Could totally see it. And so I think that that's a huge, huge part of Sunday's game. And then number 3, play free. The pressure is on the Chiefs. This is as close to a house money game with playoffs on the line as you can get. You got Jake Browning. It doesn't feel like the same rivalry, even though I think it's the NFL's best rivalry. It just doesn't have the juice that it normally has with Joe Burrow. And yet there's a ton on the line. So play free. And that includes the coaching staff. Zach Taylor, keep calling trick plays. I know people are going to be on you and ridicule you. I like taking those chances. Now, does it have to be the right moment? Absolutely. Have I loved the situation Zach has called some of those? No, but I get it and I understand it, and I don't want him to go away from that just because it didn't work for that during that 3-game losing streak or winning streak rather. It didn't hurt them. It didn't cost them a game, and so I need him to come out, play, be aggressive, coach free. I need this team to play free. If they do that, I think they're going to have a real shot to upset the Kansas City Chiefs, who are 7-point favorites. And speaking of that, you can wager on the Bengals, you could wager on the Chiefs, you can wager on all things NFL with MyBookie. If you found a $100 bill on the ground and you'd pick it up, right? You wouldn't walk past it. Well, that's why you got to get a chance at easy cash right now with MyBookie. MyBookie is a one-stop shop. And whether it's NBA, whether it's NFL, whether it's the college football playoff, which we're just a few days away from, you can wager on all of those things in one spot with MyBookie. All you do is use promo code BengalsTalk, and you can claim your deposit match up to $1,000. And it's awesome because you can bet and wager for big cash prizes. They have weekly blackjack tournaments as well. It's not just sports. Obviously, I mentioned NFL, bowl games, all of those things. So again, promo code BengalsTalk. It's going to get you up to a $1,000. I was going to say 100. No, $1,000 deposit match right now. That's instant cash that you can get with promo code BengalsTalk and MyBookie. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie and promo code BengalsTalk. This game is a tough one to predict. And it's a tough one to predict because I think the Bengals are going to bounce back. I think this Bengals team, they're resilient. They're still talented. Jamar Chase is stubborn and not only wants to play, but wants to play well. T. Higgins is playing for a lot. These guys still have a ton to play for. And I think they're going to play better. I think they're going to bounce back. And I think they're just going to come up a tad short on the road against a team that is as desperate as they are, against a team that has all of the pressure on them. And they are at home, and that's a really tough place to play. And it gets extremely loud. And I think Jake Browning's going to handle that. I don't think he's going to have 4 picks or 3 picks and a sack fumble. I think he's going to play well. I think that this team is going to overall play much better than they did last week and come up just a tad short. I'm going to take the Chiefs 23-17. It's a close one. I think it's a lot to overcome. And this Chiefs team, they have the ability to run the ball. I think they'll lean on the run a little bit more. And we haven't seen the Bengals be able to stop the run. Having Cam Taylor-Britt back is huge. Potentially having Jamar Chase on the field is huge. I think they can win this game. And I certainly think that they cover that 7-point spread. But they come up a tad short, unfortunately, for the Bengals and their playoff chances. We will have you covered, win, lose, draw. As always, our game day report will come out on Sunday morning, and then we will have you covered after the game with our post-game coverage as well. So for Andrew Fox-Miller, I'm James Rapien. Don't forget to check out Enter the Jungle, and until next time, thank you so much for watching Cincinnati Bengals Talk.